What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. New Trickstar support was revealed yesterday, I think, so let's try it out. You know, the fusion card was revealed a couple of days ago and was kinda expecting that Trickstars would get a themed built-in polymerization-like card, and they got it, and it's actually quite good. It's of course searchable. Who would have guessed, right? It also has a grave effect, banish it to get something back from your graveyard, so, and that's pretty much the same effect as the field spell. The new field spell life stage also has that once upon activation effect, get something back from your graveyard, so very similar to their regular field spell, right? Anyway, the new field spell, your life stage, also generates tokens, very convenient since the new the new fusion monster, your guitar, only gets the extra effects that well, upon upon the fact that you definitely have to control like a link, a Trickstar link monster, and as you know from the past, Trickstars or Sky Striker Trickstars aren't really running or focusing their builds or their playstyle on getting out the Trickstar link monsters. But I think it's well worth it, especially because the new live stage has the built-in token generator once per turn if you control a Trickstar link, and once per turn if your opponent controls a spell or trap in their regular spell and trap card zone. Again, very good, so giving you 2 extra potential Trickstar monsters to use for a link summon or a fusion summon. The main deck should be pretty much straightforward with double Carabine as well in the main deck. A couple of examples here. This time going first, I believe, yep, so immediately going for the link summon. I'm not too familiar with Trickstars. Well, I'm not the best Trickstar player, that is, or at least there is, so apologies if I, make those mistakes. Going for the first turn Holly Angel play, that wasn't really the best play, I guess. Well, it's kind of protecting the token, but still, it's not really that fantastic. Not really sure if, did I sacrifice a regular light stage? I'm not really sure about that, but anyway, again, normal summon Candina, get another search, going for the link summon for Bloody Mary, right? It's just a second copy of a Link to Trickstar monster, going for Bloom. Previously, I never played with Bloom, but here it's again quite convenient. You can just get it on the field, sacrifice a token. It gives you a link monster since, and that's something I haven't mentioned before, is a fusion card. Your fusion summon does need a Trickstar link monster, and again, very appropriately, that can be your Bloom, your link 1 Trickstar monster. And this lead should be exactly a game. Next example should be against Heroes. Yep, indeed. So again, going first, going second. I mean, multiple examples will be shown, right? So normal summon again, Dina. Again, this is a very good hand. Sadly, no draw unlock, right? Would have sealed the deal already, unless, of course, the opponent plays around it. But he won't. Just use the emergency call. But he does have the Ash Blossom in hand to negate the possible Trickstar reincarnation. So, okay, that's all good. So eventually he's going to use the, what is it called, Hero Lives? So I'm forced to use an early Ash Blossom, and no hand traps, no back row left, thanks to the Twin Twister, right? So now he's able to get those get that hero shenanigans going. I'm not going for Summon Sorceress, but it's not needed. Again, he'll just go for Boral Sword, and a very good move here. Not really sure if he knows that I have the Carabine, the aka the Honest in hand. I think so. But anyway, again, it's a very good play for going for Dark Loss, so I can't discard Carabine. And now he's able to attack for a game, so a bit unfortunate, but fast tools, but that's Trickstars, right? Either that with the burn damage as well. Going first this time, Harpies again, putting the Lycris on my side of the field, that extra burn damage, Candina for next turn. And again, it wouldn't make much sense of sacrificing the regular Trickstar field spell, just leave it on the field if you're playing against a back row deck, or if your opponent has impermanent Solemn Strike, they set it and it's immediately threatened by your Trickstar light stage, right? So just keep it on the field, right? No reason to use a new field spell. And also, of course, don't have a Trickstar monster in my graveyard to get it back, so there was no reason to use it. Go for Holly Angel, I believe, one of the better Link 2 monsters, and start using the token shenanigans, right? Both his back rows are live, that's all good, but yeah, most importantly, getting the guitar. Well, guitar actually has some nice effects, right? I think it's, yep, indeed, it's only during the end phase, but your guitar, your sweet guitar, has to declare an attack, and then during the end phase, you can target any of your Trickstar cards, I believe, or Trickstar monsters, and one card, by the way, and add it back to your hand. So again, very good, somewhat, you know, gaining back that minus, quote-unquote minus, you might have lost for going for the fusion summon. Another example, again, going second this time, sadly, no hand trap, the opponent starting off with a relatively good field. I believe it's going to end with Boral Sword, and I believe the Nothung level 7 Blackwing and Armor Master, they're level 10, right? So the towers, you know which one I mean. So that's definitely a very good field. There aren't really many ways that I can get over that, since again, as soon as I use the new live stage field spell of generating the tokens, you know, the Trickstar tokens, I can't go for other special summons other than Trickstars. Well, it's for the whole turn, right? So it prevents your other special summons for the whole turn. So you can't, like, make your other special summons first and then use the tokens. Nope, that's not possible. But Triple Lycoris, again, must be nice. Carabine as well. Let me go for Borilo Dragon. Yep, luckily I do play that one. At least still play that one, and Boral Sword his field away, setting the Trickstar reincarnation. I'm going to use it, but again, it's very iffy of using it here. Okay, your opponent, well, at least we know one card, and it's one card in hand. Not really sure if that would have mattered. Then again, did he have the option to go for Armor Master? Well, I mean, the, you know, the level 10 one, and then possibly Brain Control something. So, well, I think he either could have, yeah, not really sure if he would have been able to do that, but, well, anyway, probably not. He probably would have done it anyway. So normal summon Candina. Now I can use Carabine's special summoning effect, and with Trickstar reincarnations, Trickstar reincarnation in the graveyard, I can eventually, actually should be able to attack for game, right? So keep going for the burn damage, and I eventually changed my mind here with the Lilybell by special summoning it, and that's where I changed my mind. So I eventually should have gone for the fusion summon first, and then, you know, just get Lilybell back on the field and gain some more damage, right, and more attack points for your sweet guitar. But again, in the long run, it's not going to matter too much. Lilybell is busted as hell, right? So getting back Lycoris special summon, and keep doing that nice damage and burn damage as well. And potentially, if the opponent does survive here, you'll get back 2 cards from your graveyard, right? During the end phase with your fusion, get something back, like, you know, Carabine or something like that. And the fusion spell, you know, banish it. Same for the Thunder Dragons, right? Banish it from your graveyard, again, get something back. So superb support. Eater of Millions, I think, is one of those easy, at least instant main deck options against pesky, you know, floodgate monsters from your opponent like Dark Law. So force out the Mass Change here in this situation. Normal summon Candina and the 2 back rows. One of them is being popped, right, with a Trickstar light stage. Again, no reason to go for the new field spell. Again, nothing in the graveyard, again, not forcing you to go for a potential Trickstar Link summon, again, wouldn't make much sense. There is the Raigeki, so I definitely have to Solemn Strike the Stratos, keep my life points somewhat intact, right, if that makes sense. So again, only 1 back row, so using the light stage here by immediately forcing it out, or, you know, just leave it on his side of the field later to be destroyed if he does survive. But nope, that won't happen. Again, Trickstar Candina, I think, no, indeed, yeah, just going to use a new field spell generating the 2 tokens because he does have a Call of the Haunted in his back row, so going for the Link summon. I think, again, make a small mistake, not really. Yeah, right, here with Carabine. This was one of the first duels I've, again, played with the deck. It has been a long time, but I've completely forgot, you know, the last sentence of Carabine. You cannot use both effects, like, you know, special summon itself and then discard itself to get the honest effect. So, nope, that's not going to work. But in the long run, again, it's not going to matter too much. That's, you know, with the Trickstar reincarnation banning, banishing it from the graveyard. But it's just because of, you know, your Carabine, the last sentence. Last example, going, at least the opponent gets to start, and 1 hand trap just simply stuns him, gets rid of the Black Whirlwind, and as you see, his hand not that fantastic, and Ash Blossoming the light stage is a risk, so just use Terraforming, right? search out the ladder light stage and get some nice shenanigans going, just in case. Search out Carabine, and you know, light stage was used on his set, I believe, so it will be popped, but again, no reason to go for the new field spell, just, you know, grind the game and potentially go for the kill next turn, right? Still sitting on a strike, not useful now. I mean, I think he does know that I have the Carabine, so again, using the Trickstar field spell, forcing out a set, or just keep it dead in his back row and then just do Trickstar stuff, right? Fantastic deck, fantastic support, gaining some extra tokens, going for the Link 1 summon, going for the Fusion summon just in case, if the opponent does survive. Lilybell was also an option, I believe, if I had like the Surge, right? So there is the field spell, or at least the Fusion spell banishing, get back Andina just in case, but it doesn't really matter that much. So again, this is currently my list. Like always, feel free to leave suggestions. The deck definitely needs work, and like always, suggestions are welcome. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a card or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.